yet, but I had just in case.
You want to check the audio, Nick, and you?
Yeah.
This will probably break it and we'll start again. Sorry, caller.
We forgot to put the microphones on.
There we are.
Oh, that's working even with that microphone.
Yeah, because it's using the iPhone mic.
We're up and running.
I never know quite where to put this.
Right, see if it works now.
Is that going to be the right way around, James?
Testing. Right, we have audio. Sorry about that.
I do think
Professionals,
that
yeah.
sometimes they could pay monkeys to do it better than we can. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday.
We're a crowd today.
Yes, it feels like we are a big crowd today. Sophie was our lovely, lovely work experience girl who was with us the week before last. And to my amazement and delight, she sent me a text message saying, I've got some spare days. Could I come in and work with you? And it was like, oh my God, yes. And so here she is, and it's been fantastic. We'll show you what she's been doing after. I'm so chuffed. I really am chuffed. But we've got to start by saying a belated happy birthday to Nick, whose birthday it was yesterday. Come into the shop, Nick, who I absolutely, totally, 100% forgot about.
Because she's evil.
Because I'm an evil biatch, and I completely forgot it. So, happy birthday, Nick. And we have got some cake here. Look, I even got the champagne glasses and things out ready. And I said, we'll have some bubbles and some bucks bits. And they all said, no, you want coffee. So they're all bloody lightweights. So I'm hoping that by about 2:30 this afternoon, you'll be a bit more feeling like it.
Oh, yes.
And that you'll forgive me. I have even got you a candle on the cake. Maybe I'll just light it now so that it does look as if we have made slight effort.
We're not going to sing though because we'll be banned from. I'll tell you what I didn't do as well. Oh my gosh, I'm just going to see. I might just cut this off a sec.
What are we doing? Oh, do not disturbing.
Sorry, everybody.
There we go. And we're back.
Still on.
So,
I didn't do anything in any sort of order today. I just walked in and put the title in and turned it on. So you had a visitor.
Did I?
Didn't you? Yesterday.
Did
the
I?
day before.
Who was that then?
Can't you remember who visited you this
Give me
week?
a clue. I've had so many visits.
Family?
Yes. Oh my God. I was just here yesterday morning, minding my own business, looking out to the street and thinking if it rains, I am just going to kill myself. Luckily, it didn't rain at that point.
Queen.
Well, drama, but actually true.
Queen.
I'm up to my nth with it at the moment. And in walked my eldest male cousin and his wife and a couple of their friends. And although she'd messaged me the day before, she just put quite a generic message saying, are you in the shop tomorrow? Helen S. Well, I mean, I know loads of Helens, and it didn't occur to me it would be my cousins from up on the other side of the Lake District. And so I just, replied back, yes, normal hours, 10 till 5, look forward to seeing you, kiss, kiss, because that's kissy, I'm that sort of person.
I tell you another story that, carry on.
Go on then.
No.
Anyway, suddenly, there he was, and I was just gobsmacked, absolutely delighted. I can't remember the last time I saw him. It was probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and probably at some sort of a family funeral or something. But it was a delight, absolutely delightful.
Sorry I missed you in case you see this video.
And they did say that they watched the lives and they asked about Nick. And yes, so if you are watching, Kate and Helen,
come and see us again next time. Identify yourself.
Yes, make sure that we know it's you, and then we'll shut the shop. We'll go out. We'll have lunch and stuff because it was just great. So thank you for that. What was the other thing you were going to say then?
The other story is much more embarrassing because once when I was we were doing our business, I don't know, 25 years ago, and we were doing interviews for new subcontractors, and I did a whole interview with this chap, and then at the end of the interview he said to me something about mentioned the cottage. So I said, how do you know about the cottage? He said, well, I'm James Pierce and it's our cousin's child. I've done the whole interview.
Well,
without realising.
I
I was
did,
like, oh my god, never live it down.
I did say to Peter
Shocking.
yesterday, I know all the cousins. We're 14 cousins on my mother's side, and I know all of them. I know their names and all the rest of it. But of course, they have all had children, and some of those have even had children again. And at that point, I don't even know if they're second or third cousins or if they're twice removed. Got no clue. But my cousins are actually very dear to me. I do love them all, and I don't see them very often, and we don't really have the big family get-togethers that we used to.
We used to have great family gatherings with 14 cousins,
Yeah, and
lighting fires and smoking on sticks.
Yeah, we used to light old pig parsley and smoke it, and if you weren't
Have
careful,
earwigs.
would go up into your mouth, wouldn't they? But we were so cool, you know, aged 11 or whatever it was, smoking pig's
And
parsley.
they burnt the back of your throat.
Oh, it was so acrid. You used to take the back of your throat off. I'm just checking. There's no signals or anything coming up. Are we actually live? That would be so funny if we were sitting here chatting to ourselves, which we probably are most of the time. Well, so
there we are.
So anyway, that was a
business.
lovely surprise yesterday, and the week has flown. This month has flown. I don't quite know exactly what we've been up to, but we have been really busy. We did go buying at the weekend. I have been steadfastly working through it, trying to get things onto the internet and pricing things, and failing quite miserably. So we'll probably hold a few things up today that we haven't priced. But we have been busy, and the table like this with these lights on it was because last night I did a whole setup showing what happens when you mix colours. I don't know if you can even see these. We did a whole load, and we had it all set up accordingly, and we will go through these at some stage and explain them to people, but we were videoing it. So,
Julie.
Morning, Julie, my darling. Thank you for being
Fifi,
there. Hope you got your coffee.
I've made coffee. Travis made coffee. We're here watching. Hope to see you in a couple of weeks' time.
Yay, that would be fantastic. That would be brilliant. So yes, we had all this. We had lights, we had action, we had drama, we had videos, and consequently the shop is completely unpicked today, but we will sort that out. But maybe, Ginge, if you could take the camera off, we can get Sophie to just talk us through what she's been doing with this hair. I'll hold it up so that you can see.
Yeah, hair, yeah.
So this hair, we have these made, and we tend to just sell them white, and they have a little marble eye. We haven't put the marble eye on this yet. But when Sophie was here last week, I said to her, look, let's paint it using one of the new alfresco colours. If you just hold that a minute, Sophie. We have the new alfresco colours that have come out, and one of them is called Little Duckle, and it's a sort of a really pretty, it's almost like a bird's egg bluey green. So I said to Sophie, paint the background and we will be able to showcase the colour. So then when she came back in, which we weren't expecting this week, that's it, plain coloured, I said to her, right, it's your project, you've got a free hand, you decide what you're going to do. Over to you.
I don't really know how it happened.
Kind of random.
Yeah, I did a few sketches on a piece of paper to figure out what I would kind of do, and then I did some pencil outlines. We decided on the colours, and then just started painting.
So
Wow, it's very
isn't
good.
it pretty?
Yeah.
That is so pretty. And we've got a pale pink marble eye, which is going to go in, which we tried in place last night, and it's going to be beautiful. And all of these paints, there's a mixture here. We've got some of the wall paints, we've got some alfresco, we've got some original, we've got all sorts of bits and pieces that were in the tins under the sink. And I said to Sophie, right, pull them all out and then do your thing. And she's done sort of bits that are underneath. It's still a work in progress. You haven't finished it yet. You're going to finish it today, aren't you? And we're going to sell it for £6 million.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
it's
We'll all
original
retire
art.
after that.
Yeah.
No more
Yeah.
videoing.
In fact, Sophie said to me yesterday, she said, I don't suppose it will sell. And I said, well, it may not actually, because I really love it so much. I might just keep this one for myself because I think it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So what she doesn't know is, let me show you these, if I move over here. When she said she could come back in and could she do some more painting, I bought these two little beautiful dinky chairs, which would have come out of an old primary school. They're absolutely solid. They're little kiddies' chairs, But let's face it, they are a bit dull and boring. So I've said to Sophie, there's your next project. You can do what you want with these, and we could have stripes, we could have stencils, we could have freehand, but they're going to be transformed from these ugly little chairs into something really quite magical if Sophie's got anything to do with it. So no pressure, Sophs, no pressure at all.
And can I just point out the table, the splatter table, if you go to the channel, Fifi's channel, and go to the community tab at the top, I posted the information about that table. It's worth having a look to check it out.
Yes, thank you, Ginge. That is a Marmite piece, that one. You either love it or you hate it. Depends how you look at it. But if you've got the sort of place that will take a really big table and you want a unique piece, then that's the one for you. I mean, it's a cross between furniture, painted furniture, and dare I say art, because although it does look like it's just a splatter table, they aren't actually randomly placed. They are sort of placed as well as one can do it.
Tell you what, they're placed by Fifi.
Fifi, yeah,
They're
absolutely.
placed
So
by
they're perfectly
Fifi's
placed,
own
aren't they?
hand. And Fifi's own hand is the only hand
Oh
in the
my
world that knows where to splat.
Yeah, right. So anyway, it's on our page, and if somebody wanted to buy it, I'd be delighted. And let me just say that although it's been sealed with 3 coats of the tough coat to make it absolutely bomb-proof, this table will get better and better the more it gets used. And I think as it gets slightly worn over the years, it will be absolutely gorgeous. Personally, I love the table. If I had a room big enough, I'd keep it myself. But anyway, let's hope somebody else loves it. So moving on to this week's mystery object, because we have no idea what this thing is. We bought this at the weekend. I bought it because I love it. And I think it is a little Japanese stool. They kind of sort of sit down and eat their food cross-legged on the floor and stuff, don't they? And we think it's probably one of those. But I also thought it would make the most wonderful little chopping board in the kitchen, if that wasn't too blasphemous a thing to do. So that has got to be priced up, and that will go onto the system. We have 2 of these little bottle things left, these little vases.
Daniel's here. Hi and aerobic step. Oh yes, high-end aerobic step.
Oh yes, it could be. Yes, it could be.
Hey Daniel, thanks for coming in.
So these are £28.95. Now this particular one has got the little leaves and the rope around the top. The 2 I have that are remaining don't have that. They're just the plain bottles, which in actually I think I prefer, to be honest. So instead of being £28.95, we'll do those for £26.95 each, and they have 8 bottles, and they just look lovely with little posies in.
Daniel likes the hanging lanterns.
Yeah, they're great, aren't they? And they are actually working ones. All they need is a wick. So if somebody wanted to have that for when we have no electricity because we can't afford it in the winter,
yeah,
they should get them now. So this came in. We bought this.
Hi Fifi, Woofy, and the chap. The chap?
And the chap, that's Nick.
Everybody. Oh, the chap. You're the chap, Nick.
Yeah, Nick is not just a chap, he's the main man. He sorts everything out. So we've had the lovely candelabra thing in, which is £64.95. It's heavy. I haven't
don't know his name. It's Nick, Daniel.
I like the wax coming down over the top of it. I've included the candles. Some of them have been lit, some haven't. I just love it.
I just noticed that there. That's been with you since we were in the other shop.
What's that?
That claw thing.
The leg. That was a leg off a table. And I just did a paint effect on it to make it look like it was sort of very aged and old. And for some reason, it's never been for sale. I've just sort of had it as a demonstration piece, but I just quite liked it. So that's there. So shall we just have a look at a few of the other bits that came in? You've got the thing with you, Nick,
I'll just say that if you give Fifi a thumbs up and a comment and a share, it really, really helps her channel grow and get other people in to see her videos and hopefully bring them in through the door.
That would be fab, absolutely fab.
Decorate it with fairies and pixies and garden ornament. Yes, good idea.
We have this in. I think we've got 2 of these actually. A different one over there. That's an egg box, isn't it?
Yeah.
But this one, these little cupboards, they're just like a little sort of larder, really. I would keep cheese in that because cheese that isn't kept in the fridge actually tastes fantastic. We bought 2 because I'm a great advocate for leaving cheese at room temperature, and this way the flies can't get it, and they're just gorgeous. But the other thing that looks nice in these, because I've got one at home, is egg cups. So they make a nice little egg cup rack. They could be painted. We won't paint them, but if somebody wants to, they could. So we've got 2 of those, which I need to price up. We've got a lovely little egg box there, Ginge, with 12 eggs that can go in it, which I like. Doing a very good job of saying all the things that aren't priced, but here we have...
Yes, don't come to this video for helpful information.
No, it's rubbish. This one I thought was beautiful. I do love these sort of old-fashioned serving plates that have got like a little stand.
Sorry,
Are you not paying attention?
Catching up. Sorry, Deputy was throwing me off with his comment then. Not
yeah.
Deputy, Daniel, what was I saying?
These just look lovely on the coffee table, and they could have nuts and a nutcracker in them, or just bonbon-y type sweets. But I just think that's beautiful, and I will get that one onto the system. I've cleaned it.
What does it say on the bottom?
I can't read that without my glasses on.
Made.
It's
China.
iron That's right, Paddy. That's right, darling.
Something tone.
Anyway, we'll put that on, and
Screenshot that.
let's just point out the very beautiful desk that it's sitting on, which Nick restored and painted, and it's been painted using the gorgeous colour After Midnight, which I think is such a rich, grown-up colour. That's in the alfresco range, and if you'd seen this desk when Nick bought it, you'd have thought that's a no-hoper. The top was in such a bad condition, but he's restored it. It looks super gorgeous, trendy, and that will go on for another 50 or 60 years now, we hope. So that one is on for 285.
Quite the artiste, isn't he?
He is. He is. We have this dear little thing, which I did put onto the system yesterday, $34.95. That's a dear little picture, minute detail, hand painted. And for people who love elephants, and we do seem to have a lot of people who love elephants, that one I think is beautiful with its recessed frame and the gold work round it.
He's a miracle worker, judging by that. Yes, he is.
He is. This I've got now. I'm
Your
sort
able
of
assistant.
This is sort of weird art, as in I have decided that I really like to have original art. We will put this one on, and we will give you the history of the guy who painted it, who's very up and coming. And there was just something about this particular picture that I really, really liked. And I like the way it's framed as well. So that one will be going on. We started collecting a lot more in the way of original art. And if you're going to have art, let's get something that's original, one-offs.
Daniel's saying hi to you. He didn't see you before.
So where else? Oh, this is a dear little table. I've started collecting these. These little tables, you can get them at sorted centres and things. They're not vastly expensive, but they're so useful to have when people come to stay, put their cup of coffee on or their glass of champagne, whatever. And I like buying these because we can showcase the Frenchic colours by getting Sophie to paint them. So Sophie's got more work than she can shake a stick at the moment. So that's another thing on your list to do, Sophs. We've got this, which, again, I haven't priced up, but it's a very nice antique one, previously painted in a beautiful deep bottle green. Looks like it's been waxed. So useful when you're having outside food, and you can just put all your cutlery into that and carry it out to the table. Again, I haven't priced that one up either, but I am doing my level best. We have been generating lots of activity this week, despite the fact that it's holiday time and it's a bit quiet. We have been busy. Right. Oh, gosh, what else? Mirror.
Oh,
Forgotten
nice.
how much the mirror was, Nick. Can you remember? Can't remember. We put it on. A big, heavy metal mirror. Super stylish. Beveled edge. Really, really love this. It is just on our Instagram and Facebook page. So if anybody wants to see it, the price is on there. I think it's, well, I can't remember. So there you go. Even the things I have priced, I can't remember. This little bird, we had this recently, but I just think that is so cute. $62.95, a little
Mirror,
carved.
mirror on the wall, wherefore art that Ted fella? Ted's in the other room. We'll show you.
these lovely lamps came in. We showed you these last week, 315 for the pair, including the shades. Really lovely grown-up mugs. And I just happened to think to myself, not mugs, lamps. Mugs, where did that come from? Lamps. I had these little frames and I had some napkins. And they just struck me that they were sort of birds and leaves and
Matching.
yeah, so I put them there. So I mean, let's hope
Look how
that makes them
creative
sell.
you are.
I was feeling quite creative in that 5 minutes. These are new in.
Biggest tip flask ever seen.
We have these nice pair of bedside tables, 194.95 with 4 drawers in them each. And then beside those, we have these, which I think are dead cute. Bit lower, little pot-bellied ones, really cute. Previously painted in sort of a pale grey, and you can see some of the silver detail from the metal topping coming through. Very pretty, like that. Yes. Oh yes, big coat of arms up there, on for 185, made from a sort of a heavy sort of resin cast type of sort of material. Just looks the part, and really, I mean, it's got lions, crowns and unicorns. I mean, just what's not to love? Oh, and a bit of Latin thrown in as well, just for good measure. Then we've got the usual sort of bits and pieces. We have the lovely stand that Sophie painted the last time, pot stand. Needs a really nice bit of aspidestra, the nice dark green leaves on it, I think. But equally, you could have a nice little bit of statue there if you wanted to. And just in case people missed last week's, we did this little sample to show what happens when you add browning wax, i.e. a lot or not so much. So that if somebody wanted to, inverted commas, add age,
should
they
mention
could.
that we posted the WI Talk video onto the channel. So again, if you go to the channel page, click on videos that are uploaded. Fifi did a talk at the Thornbury WI and
Nick
speeds
at the door.
through all of the techniques. Paul, make a short on that about the wax. Yes, good idea. I try to do as many shorts as I can from the content, but it's difficult to do it all sometimes.
Sorry,
yeah, I've noticed
my ears
some more
out on a
Fifi
tube.
videos, not had a chance to watch them yet. Oh, good. Well, I hope you do get a chance to watch them.
Yes, the WI talk we did down in Thornbury Tuesday last week, Tuesday evening. That was another thing that we were doing. And some lovely, lovely ladies there really were enthusiastic and asked all sorts of questions. And it was really good. So I'd said to Nick, well, could you video it while we're there? And you know, we might use some of it for stills. And then Ginge uploaded the whole thing. So if you don't die of boredom whilst watching it,
well, you can pinch the screen on that video to zoom in, which is helpful because it's quite zoomed out. So
yes, and you know, there are some useful information bits in there regarding paint and techniques.
And I did put timestamps on if you want to jump to the particular thing that she's talking about. It's in the description.
Paddy's lead. So we'll just nip outside because I just wanted to very quickly show people something out there which will be reduced. And
I might say she's not doing another WI talk.
No, I probably won't. I have to say, when you're there, the energy you get back from the people is wonderful. But to actually be here working all day, load everything, and there's a lot to take to show people different techniques and things, then go there, unload it, set it all up, do the talk. I talk for about 55 minutes, then load it all back into the van, and then unload it back here again. Flipping heck, I was absolutely knackered. At my age, I mean, you know, really, there's a limit. I'm sure there are loads of other things in here that we meant to show Nick, but anyway, they will go on to Instagram, so just keep watching. We'll just have a quick look outside. Scaffolding's coming down on Monday.
Your age. She's
Hurrah!
only 30.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah, scaffolding's coming down on Monday.
In her head, she's only 30.
No, in my head, I'm 17. It's just in real life, it's a bit drastic. So I don't know if you'll lose signal, Ginger. I just wanted to point out. I'll just point it out then. We have 2 of these. These are troughs, big plant troughs. Hello, which will be half price today and this weekend. after that, they're going into the cellar, never to return again, probably. And they are currently on for, can't quite see, they're on for £59.95, and I'll do them for 30. And the other thing that's in the sale is this lovely trough, which was on for 135, and it's reduced to half price for 67.50. A lovely trough, be so pretty, filled up with the spring bulbs and some polyanthus plants.
It's interesting to see whether we can hear what you're saying with
Yes,
the microphone.
probably
because
not.
You're so far away.
So that trolley is going to be emptied of garden stuff, and also on the stand we have got a couple of garden stakes. I've only got a few left. They are on for £34.95 each,
hear.
big
Good. Oh, well
heavy
done.
ones,
Thank you.
and I will let those go for £30 each. But I want all the garden stuff out. I'm fed up with it now. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to be wheeling it in and out anymore. So now's the time to come and grab it. So our building is all beautiful, and next week you'll be able to see it because it's all been painted, and the hanging baskets in
There's
Wotton-under-edge
Ted.
are looking
Ted, look.
amazing.
That's our mum's Ted, hanging out in the window.
Still haven't heard from this lady. I have to
Hello.
chase her today.
Never to be sold.
Yes. So we have got our work cut out. Next, final thing to say is on Wednesday, it's Wotton auction day again. So, blimey, it comes around fast. And Nick will be working on Wednesday in the shop just because there are a lot more people in the town as a result of the Wotton auction rooms. Wotton auction sale stuff is online, and you can actually go to view today, which Sophie and I are going up to have a look and see what's what.
Try and put a link in the description.
Yes, and I think that's it. And I don't care if they don't want to have any bubbles and champagne, you weak lot. So did you blow your candle out, Nick, or did it come to a halt? Did it? Oh dear. Well, we've actually, oh yes, look, it's actually burnt the plastic thing that was in as well. Oh God, we're probably all going to get plastic poisoning. But this is vegan cake, so we can all have some. And I'll cut it in a minute because I'm bloody starving. So have a good week, everybody, and thanks for joining us. Really appreciated. We will keep you posted on Sophie's progress with all her bits and pieces. She's away for a week, and then you said you might come back the week after, didn't you? Oh, fantastic. She's got about a year's work, and she has to do it all in 2 weeks, so there you go. So,
Cool.
happy birthday, Nick.
Happy
Sorry for forgetting
birthday.
yesterday. We couldn't manage without you. Love you to bits. And, yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.